Every morning, millions of people brush their teeth without thinking twice. Mint flavor, white foam, fresh breath. Simple. But the history behind toothpaste is horrifying. Because before modern toothpaste existed, people cleaned their teeth with burnt animal hooves, crushed bones, charcoal, and sometimes, human urine. For centuries, people unknowingly destroyed their own teeth while trying to keep them clean. And at one point, some toothpaste companies even added radioactive materials into their products, all for the promise of a brighter smile. This is the dark history of toothpaste. Thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations already feared dirty teeth. In ancient Egypt, clean teeth were connected to beauty and status. So people created one of the earliest forms of toothpaste. But it was brutal. The mixture contained burnt ox hooves, crushed eggshells, ash, and powdered stone. Imagine scraping sharp powder against your gums every morning. It cleaned the teeth, but slowly destroyed enamel at the same time. People did not realize the damage. They only cared about appearances. And that obsession would become dangerous throughout history. Then the Romans took things even further. And what they used shocked historians for centuries. Urine. Actual human urine. The Romans discovered that urine contained ammonia, a chemical capable of removing stains. So people began rinsing their mouths with it to whiten their teeth. Public urine containers became common in some cities. And incredibly, some wealthy Romans imported urine from other countries because they believed it worked better. The smell must have been unbearable. But white teeth meant wealth, power, status. And people were willing to endure almost anything to achieve it. As time passed, tooth powders spread across Europe. But many of them were secretly dangerous. Some mixtures contained crushed brick. Others used chalk, porcelain dust, charcoal, or salt. The rougher the powder felt, the more people believed it was working. But slowly, those harsh materials began grinding teeth down. Enamel cracked. Gums bled. Teeth became painfully sensitive. And nobody understood why. There were no health regulations. No ingredient testing. No safety checks. Companies could sell almost anything. And many did. By the 1800s, toothpaste started becoming commercial. At first, it was sold in small jars. Then companies discovered something powerful: fear. People desperately wanted perfect white teeth. And businesses saw an opportunity. Some toothpaste brands began adding extremely harsh chemicals to their formulas. Certain products burned gums so badly that users developed painful mouth damage over time. But the darkest moment came in the early 1900s, when radioactive materials became popular. At the time, radiation was seen as futuristic and healthy. Some companies added radioactive ingredients into health and beauty products, including dental products. People trusted the science. Until people started getting sick. What once looked modern suddenly became terrifying. And slowly, the world realized something horrifying. The products designed to protect people could also poison them. Eventually, toothpaste finally evolved into something safer. A dentist named Dr. Washington Sheffield introduced collapsible toothpaste tubes inspired by paint tubes. That small invention changed everything. Toothpaste became cleaner, cheaper, and easier to use. Soon, mint flavors became popular. Foaming formulas appeared, and fluoride was introduced to help fight cavities. For the first time in history, toothpaste was becoming genuinely protective instead of destructive. But debates still continue today. Some people question certain chemicals. Others avoid fluoride completely. Because after centuries of dangerous experiments, people learned an uncomfortable truth: just because something is sold as healthy does not always mean it is safe. Tonight, before you brush your teeth, look at that small tube differently. Because hidden behind the mint flavor and white foam is a history filled with burnt bones, dangerous chemicals, radiation, and human desperation. All created in the endless pursuit of a perfect smile. And that is the dark history of toothpaste. Subscribe for more fact, like and share.